Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 here of Road to 2K iRating. It's been quite some time since episode 1, so I wanted to catch you guys up very quickly before we get into lots and lots of races that we've done. So we left off at the end of episode 1 with racing at Okayama International Circuit, and we ended at 1341 iRating for that video. I did race a little more, and at the end of that week at Okayama, we managed to end up at 1647 iRating with some very nice races. Unfortunately, all very boring, which is why they are not included in the videos, but we managed to improve our lap times. We got one race lap under the 45s, 144.7, I believe. I will put it up on screen. So we improved tremendously at Okayama, but we were back racing at Virginia the following week, and you will see a video of some of the races I did at Virginia, starting off with an iRating of 1647. We have 9 races here in this video. I've got a lot of the boring parts out, and we will try a little bit of a different style of just voiceover and the highlights from every single race. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm trying out a few different styles here to see what works best and which videos I enjoy making more. Unfortunately, these are not all of the races that I did at Virginia, just the ones I was able to record. We are a little bit limited on storage space right now, so we had to try and delete a few things to make some space for recording. Now that is sorted, so we will try and see what we can do for episode 3, but let's get right into it. Hopefully you enjoy this episode of racing the MX-5s at Virginia International. Enjoy.
Standing start now.
Alright, race 1, we are lining up in P3 and we've got a green flag. Alright, so we get a decent start here. We'll try and stay around the outside here. Some people at the back absolutely sending it on the brakes, so we just try and be safe. Do lose a position, but cold tires, start of a race, everyone absolutely sending it. I'd rather just lose a position but remain in the race without any damage. So we find a little bit of a gap here on 12, so we try and send it on the inside as it leaves the door open, but we're just unable to make that pass, so we'll try and switch around a little bit. Still unable to make it pass, so we're P4, lost one position, but all good, we've survived. Alright, skipping to the next lap, into turn 1, this guy absolutely dive bombs to the inside, so we give him a little bit of space as he looks a little bit too aggressive, and we don't want to get involved in any incidents here at the beginning of this race. He manages to make a pass on 11 as well. And in the next corner, they tangle. We managed to get on the brakes and not run into the back of car number 11. Alright, skipping to the next lap, into turn 1. I outbrake myself, end up wide. We lose the position to these 2 cars and end up in P5 at the moment. Moving ahead once again to the next lap, we are fighting with P4, car number 7. He leaves the inside open, so we just absolutely send it and manage to get the position here, although we end up a little bit wide. There's a car in the grass, so we kind of use him to stop the momentum from the guy behind us, and the position is ours. Skipping to lap number 5, the leader just loses it into turn 1, so free position for us. Now skipping to lap number 7, so we're now right on the back of P1. We try and make a move to the outside going into turn 1.
Still there.
He defends well, and we are unable to make the move there. Here, try and move to the outside, see if we can squeeze through somehow, but very good defending here as well, and unable to make it past. We remain in P2. Skipping ahead, I do a full send here to try and scare him off a little bit, see if he outbrakes himself. a little bit, but no. And here on lap number 7, we get a slowdown, and we lose a little bit of time here. So we're going into the last lap. We're gonna have a little bit of a gap to P1. Alright, so final lap here, final few corners. We have P3 right behind us, and coming up here to the last few corners. Unfortunately, we do outbrake ourselves, end up a little bit wide here on the grass, and we do lose position to P3, and that's the end of the race. And we end in P3. Decent race, stupid mistake on the last lap, which prevented us from finishing P2, but solid race overall. Alright, and we're straight into race number 2. We start P3 once again. Slowly into turn 1. We slightly go on the inside of car number 10 here, but a little bit too risky. So we back out, and yeah, car number 6 just sends it on the inside. So we lose a position here on the opening few corners. We defend the inside a little bit as that guy just tries to send it. So P4, one position down. A big mistake from me on cold tires. We get another slowdown here, which I'm thinking if I manage to slow down a little bit here on the uphill to try and lose as little as possible, but this guy is just right behind me. I don't want to create any incidents or kind of block anyone from doing their race, so I move to the side, serve the slowdown, but 0.2 seconds remaining, and I really didn't want to let that guy pass, but thinking that in the braking zone here it would serve it, but unfortunately I'm a little too late. Stupid mistake from my part, and we get a black flag, so we have to drive through the pits and serve the penalty. So it is what it is. Definitely my mistake, but yeah, we managed to end this race in P10, losing a little bit of iRating, but it is what it is. Moving on to the next.
P10. Okay, it's over.
Alright, on to race number 3. We are starting P6, and we have a webcam and pedal cam on this one. I've been trying to record a few different ways, experimenting a little bit, so let me know if you do like it. We have some live comments.
Alright, we're happy to play a little bit safe here and let that guy pass. Not a big problem.
I'm afraid they're not going to be too happy comments here, as I just lose it.
Please stay out of the wall. Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's an incident in turn 6. It looks
Alright, P12. So time to try and make a little bit of a comeback race here.
left side.
Massive send. That guy just gets scared and just runs through the grass.
That was a bad freaking send. Guys, that guy got so screwed.
Definitely not the best send I've done, but it is what it is.
The leader has just done a 36.
A little bit wide here, and a mistake. So a little bit of karma. That guy ends up back through. Alright, we get a little bit of run on this guy from the exit of the last corner.
There's an incident in roller coaster. We think it might be Sergey.
Oh, and an incident right in front of us.
Oh, let's go.
That guy just runs in the back of that car.
Bye, man.
Incident in turn 15. It looks like
I guess he has damage, so gets out of the way a little bit. Alright, final lap heading into turn 1, and they both look like they're going wide, so I try and just send it on the inside, but we're able to only get the pass on the red car,
I was thinking for a second the double pass.
number 9 here manages to stay ahead. Alright, and for the last time uphill, we have a hell of a run here, and he ends up just covering the inside, and I just run over the grass, and I'm just not too happy about it, but looking back at it. I was just much faster, and I don't think he did anything wrong there. It is what it is. We end up with a nice run out of the last corner, and we try and squeeze past right on the line. Let's see if we can make it. Super close, but unfortunately he just remains in front of us. Alright, race number 4. We are starting off in P2. We have a little bit of a gap behind, so we're safe through turn 1. Nothing too special. Skipping forward a little bit, and the leader just loses it completely on his own in the penultimate corner. Alright, skipping forward to lap number 4, we outbrake ourselves and end up a little bit wide into turn 1. And P2 just manages to catch up to us and is right behind us. We try and do everything we can here, but bad sequence of corners. He just absolutely sends it. A little bit risky move, and the other guy also. Unfortunately, we lose 2 positions. The leader just goes wide as well into turn 1 on lap number 6, so we're now promoted to P2.
He's leading the race.
And P1 also goes wide here. Lots of mistakes from everyone, so we get quite a good run here. We're forced to go on the outside, which is not ideal. P3 is also coming back at us, so I take the wide line here, trusting that guy to hit his brake marker.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Final lap here, I try and send it to the inside, slightly touch the grass as well, and yeah, that is not the greatest send. It is very unfortunate. Little bit greedy right there. We lost quite a few positions, and yeah, going into this corner we also just mess up on the brakes and lose a position there. So we end up P5 in this race, but what a fun battle it was. Race number 5, another P3 start. I have to say our qualifyings have been very decent here. P2 just moves straight across to cover the inside, so we try and go to the outside.
Still there.
As usual, bit of a wider line to try and not get any contact.
He's still there. Still there.
Guy almost hits us, and another dude just dives straight to the inside. This is an absolute battle. Cars flying everywhere.
Hold your line.
We try and survive, and we get hit from behind. What an unfortunate start of the race here. We are in P10.
We've got damage.
We'll see the replay a little bit later, but we need to try and make a little bit of a comeback here. Some people having issues, so we get a position back.
There's an incident in Hogpen. It looks like it's Adrian.
Another incident there, so up to P8. Now on lap number 3, this guy just goes wide, so we managed to get past up into P7. Lap number 6, we go deep to try and pass this guy. We're P6 now. We have a decent run. He goes a little bit wide. I look at the inside and we send it, but we make contact and end up in the wall. What an unfortunate incident. That's totally my fault. I shouldn't have sent it that hard, but here's the replay from that lap 1 incident. Alright, on to race number 6. I forgot to press record at the start. We started in P10, and on the first lap here we managed to make up 5 positions
which is basically the only thing that happens in the first part of that race. And I did not record it. So we will skip to the last lap of the race here, where I go a little bit wide into turn 1.
Right side.
This car is able to pass me.
Don't panic. Come on, Matt.
We avoid that car that has a bit of an incident on the grass, and I tried to put him back under pressure to try and gain P4 back. At this point, he just loses it completely, and we try and avoid going wide here and getting the slowdown, but position is gained once again, and that is checkered flag for P4.
P4. Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish. That's the end of the session.
On to race number 7. We are starting P2, and that is a green flag. Try and get a nice getaway, see if we can do something about this black car in P1. We go a little bit wide, opening the gap here for Lewis, but we managed to keep him on the outside of the next few corners.
Left side.
He just absolutely sends it on the inside now of this left-hander, which is alright. We're still in P3. And another race with not much action from then on, except for this little battle just across the line, which we managed to hold P3. Alright, on to the next race. Another P4 start. This is a 1.6k SOF right now, and these are some of the final races that we have for this video. We try and find a gap on the inside there, but unfortunately nothing opens up, so we're still stuck in P4, trying to look for a little bit of a gap to put some pressure onto car number 12 here. We kind of get caught off guard by his braking in that corner, which makes us lose 2 positions.
Left side.
That guy is absolutely just sending it, so we try and give him the space to not get involved in a crash, but we can gain that position back. This guy is a little bit slow through here. Thankfully, we avoid the slowdown penalty in that corner, but looking for a gap, as this guy is a little bit slow in this phase of the race. He absolutely parks it in the middle of that corner.
You can't park this, huh?
So I do everything to try and avoid running into the back of him, which just lets the other car through once again, and we pick up a little bit of damage on the front end.
We got damage on the front end.
Now going down the hill here towards the final corners of the lap, we managed to get a decent run and stay in the slipstream here of car number 7.
Car left.
We get boxed in for a little bit, but we managed to just squeeze through and move to the outside.
Still there.
We brake a bit late, just leaving the space on the inside for car number 7. Still unable to make a pass here. We fast forward a little bit to lap number 6. We have a bit of an incident here.
You need to push if we're going to hold this position.
And next lap, another incident. And we need to do a little bit of an off track to avoid running into him, which just gives us a slowdown penalty. But last lap, we have P4 trying to make a pass here. We defend well, and P4 and P5 just tangle behind us, so gives us a little bit of a breathing room. P1 and P2 also tangle here on the uphill, so we managed to gain a position for free.
There's an incident in turn 9.
And
Looks
that's
like it's
basically the
miles.
end of a race. So we'll take P2 and 73 iRating.
That's a podium. Well done, mate. That's the end of the set.
Alright, this is our last race.
Nail it.
1.7k strength of field, and we are off in P3.
On your left. Left side. Clear left.
Clear.
And P1 just absolutely bins it on the left-hander, so free position there, and basically that's exactly the only thing that happens throughout this race. We just put some very decent laps, and P1 does as well, and we're just unable to be quick enough. But on this last lap we try and fake a little bit of a move to see if we're able to scare him a little bit and force him into an error, but unfortunately for us, for the time being, he does drive really well and defends well and has the pace to just keep us behind. We still have 0 incident points here on the last lap of this race. We try and see if a gap opens up, and the last time that we go uphill for these final few corners of our final race here this week at Virginia. But we have a 9-second gap behind to P3, so we really have P2 in the bag here if we're unable to find a move in these last few corners. But it's gonna be a P2 for us as we head onto the start-finish straight one last time here at Virginia. And we will bag those 77 iRating points, which will bring us exactly to 1,777 iRating. Quite a decent week here at Virginia. I was a little bit scared at the beginning
We're on the podium.
to race this track, but I ended up having lots and lots of fun. Alright, and that is the end of our racing week at Virginia International with the Mazda MX-5. We end up with a very nice rating of 1,777 and a Class C on our safety rating license. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time with a brand new one.